And we are the primary developers.
Alright, perfect. You're going to do one more, same kind of thing. At the end I want you all to say, welcome to Hull Breach. And it's going to go into...
How about this is Hull Breach?
Okay, that works. Go for it.
Oh, we have to kick somebody. Can we get somebody to get kicked?
Who opened the can? The cool thing about our game is it's very fast. It doesn't take a lot of time. It's not a CCG. We do use cards. It's a very new kind of format. It's got a lot of really cool dice randomness rather, and tactics and events, and it forces you to play tactically. It forces you to think unconventionally, and a lot of it goes into who you play and the amount of people you play. And it's a very dynamic and full gameplay experience.
We're trying in a lot of ways to be sort of true to actual combat, to actual tactics. The consequences are big in Hull Breach. It's very fast-paced, it's very brutal, it's very definitive. If you make a mistake, you own it, you know. If you lose a ship, you're down a ship. Whether it was your own carelessness, whether it was that you got sort of outwitted, whether it was just bad luck because of the dice system we have in there. Luck does play a very big part. But I think it's true to life, as much as sort of an abstracted combat system in a card game can be.
Because of my military background, I was in the United States Navy, and part of my job was to examine the tactics of not only our own naval forces, but also our primary enemies, which back in my day, being as old as I am, was the Soviet Union. So I really have been able to apply a lot of what I know from those tactics and my science fiction knowledge as well, and try and make it a little bit more realistic.
We haven't populated our galaxy with a lot of heroic hollow men. All our characters, the ones that go out and change the universe, suffer personal consequences as well as meeting success. So we have very human, very fallible characters that are trying to do their best in an extremely hostile future.
We've been getting feedback that it's very accessible and people are pretty enthusiastic about it, even only playing it once or twice.
Literally, they would go get their friends, bring them back to our table, and I think one afternoon at SnowCon we played about 16 hours straight and had 8 or 9 tables going. For that, we ended up earning SnowCon's Game of the Year.
One of the reasons I really didn't like collectible card games is a lack of randomness, and the dice rolling really adds an element of randomness to Hull Breach that a lot of other card games, I just don't see it.
This seems a little complicated the first run through, but by the second one, most people are slinging dice and destroying ships like pros. But at the same time, what they find shortly after, and that they also really enjoy, is the depth, and especially in deck construction and the use of tactics during the game.
There's a lot you can do with it. There are a lot of different angles you can use. There are a lot of different strategies. It's not as limiting as some other card games that people play. There are a lot of angles to come at. They also like the fact that you don't know what's going to happen in every given game. The game could go quickly, the game could take a long time, it could be somewhere in between, and you never really know who's going to win, you know, coming out of the gate. I think we did a really good job on the randomness of what can happen in every game.
You're limited to a specific number of cards. It cannot be more and it cannot be less. So whenever you build a deck and you have a strategy in mind, or you want to add a new card, you're forced to take something out. So you're constantly having to weigh the pros and cons of everything you take to the battlefield and the impacts that it could potentially have on you.
The things can start going right away. There's no this long progression, there's no this horrible attrition. You know, it's fast paced, you're going, you're winning, things are exploding.
The future of Hull Breach is to branch out and create several new factions for people to play that are going to have their own sort of unique play styles. Right now what we have on the table are the humans, and they sort of are a jack-of-all-trades race. What we're going to do is we're going to introduce races that are more specialized in what they do. Some of them will be sort of robots, they'll be pirates, they'll be straight-up alien races. And they'll all have a different feel as to how the game is actually played with them. They may share some of the same traits and sort of tactics and MO, but what will end up happening is that they focus more strongly in one area or the other.
The idea is to theme it out. You know, what is Hull Breach? What are the ships of Hull Breach? Defining the Marines, the tactics, the look and feel of it.
what you will get is an awesome game if you give us money. What we will get is the ability to make you an awesome game.
We're getting plenty of people. I mean, you've seen from the PAX East video and a few other things that we've got a lot of players that are really excited. Biggest thing we're having right now is just trying to get people in seats to actually play. But give us 5 to 10 minutes, we show you how the world of Hull Breach works, and we haven't anybody not like it.